Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of Spring Fever. As always, it is me, XFL Jim.
Let's fucking go!
Joined by the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend. It is Erik, a.k.a. Uncle fucking Rico, baby. Erik.
Woo! What is up, my friend?
What a time to be alive.
We haven't talked, dude. Tell me about the game, man.
Yeah, we didn't even first off, how was your weekend without me streaming? I know how much you despair with that.
You know what? I feel I didn't get as much done. I did finish all the Mac. I'm done with my Mac football notes, dude.
Hey, everyone, stay tuned because college football tailgate, we're coming.
I'm done with my Mac notes. I started my Fun Belt notes, and you know what, Jim? I have my Heisman sleeper candidate.
I will be picking a team in every conference that I'm going to just like fully back blindly.
Always fun.
Be ready for that. But yeah, my weekend was great, dude. First time in St. Louis. The vibes around the championship game are great. The tailgating was fun. The pregame festivities were a blast. I got to make up news stories because I still never got my press credentials. Got to meet a bunch of people who only interact with online. It was a blast.
Was it everything that you thought it would be?
The vibes and everything pregame, yes. I would have loved a better game, but everything aside from the actual game itself was amazing.
In terms of, it looked a little bare.
So I talked with a couple people about this. There was a decent amount of people there, but the issue was they spread them all throughout the stadium. No, it was there like peppered in. So no one spot looked like it was super packed.
Did you remember to give me a t-shirt?
So I actually, Erik, there was a couple like flubs that I had. I got 2 t-shirts, but I put them on the seat that I was sitting in.
And you forgot.
And when I got up, I just left them right there in the seat. That's 30. Oh. That's $40 I'm never gonna get back.
Oh, it's the thought that counts, Jimbo. It's the thought that counts.
I bought them though. I did buy them.
It's the thought that counts, though. It's the thought that counts.
But everything there was fun. I got to yell at Tom Brady. I got to yell at Joel Klatt. That was an experience. That was a fun time. And then I got to like experience a football game in the Dome, which was fun. It was I had an overall great time. Fantastic.
That's good. What was the food like? Did you go to the Italian place I told you to go to?
Did not go to the Italian place you told me to go to. Really just kind of ate at the casino I stayed at, which was honestly the food there was pretty good. And then hit some spots up in downtown St. Louis, ate some food at the tailgates, had some good tailgate food, had a hot dog at the Dome, and had a $14 beer. So there was that. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
$14 fucking
$14
for a fucking beer.
Yeah. Tall boy, but still.
What? A Miller Lite? Like what kind?
Busch Light.
Jesus, dude.
But like, I don't know, it was fun. It was a good time. It was weird the fact that almost everyone in the crowd, like the vast majority of the crowd, were St. Louis fans.
That is a little weird.
Where like most of the fans were not there for either of the teams playing.
Okay.
That was a little weird, but it was fun. It was a good time. And I was sat on the 50-yard line in the Stallion section. So the vibes there were like super high.
Okay. I'm going to sneeze, Jim. I'm so sorry.
Sneeze, Erik. Sneeze it. Let it out, baby. Let it out.
Oh, dude.
Good one.
It's coming.
Good. That was good. But yeah, I mean, everything there was fun. St. Louis was a good time. Recommend. I need to go to a regular season game sometime, I think.
So with you looking back at everything.
The whole season or just the championship game?
Everything.
Okay.
Grade at 1 through 10.
It's hard not to give it an 8.
Okay. All right.
Like, obviously, especially with hindsight, it was like a miracle that they got the deal done and the season started on time as it was.
When you think about it, it's absolutely insane that they were able to.
It's crazy, right? Like, what is it? They started the rumors and started talking in July of last year.
Yeah.
And then had it all ready to go by April, by end of March.
Yep.
Kind of nuts.
It's absolutely insane that they were able to do it. I mean, props to The Rock, props to everyone that they're able to do it. I mean, it's insane that they got it like that.
What's the Uncle Rico grade? What grade is Erik given for the UFL?
I give it a 7.
See, I was leaning towards a 7 or 8, but the TV numbers were so good. And honestly, in my opinion, the on the field product was so good, I had to lean towards an 8. The only things that I wish they would have done different were a lot of the like fan engagement and media relations stuff. Those ones they get like 3 and 4 in. But I think with the TV numbers, I couldn't give it less than an 8.
The thing that gets me is just I feel it could have been better, like in terms of like competitiveness. I feel there was a top 4 and a bottom 4.
I feel like, have we seen that with every, like, since the USFL in 22? I've kind of felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's always 4 that separate, and it's like a very easy line to figure out who's going to be in the playoffs and who's not.
Yep.
Like USFL year 1, obviously it was the Generals, Stars, Stallions, and the Breakers had some issues with the Bandits that year, but it wasn't really like everyone knew it was probably the Breakers. And then last year in the XFL, it was obviously like actually in the North, it was kind of competitive last year in the XFL with the Sea Dragons, the Defenders, and the Battlehawks.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the Renegades like late season surge. But like obviously the Guardians and the Vipers were trash.
That is putting it.
And
I say this.
You want to take, Erik? You want to take from me? You want a hot take right now? And I think what's something we should do next week. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go through and watch our season preview and our hot takes and everything. See how well we did. Okay. But a hot take I have right now, postseason. I think if the Arlington Renegades would have made the championship game, they would have had an extremely competitive game with Birmingham. I think they would have made the championship game if they made the playoffs.
Maybe.
No, I think they would have.
Maybe.
I think they would have. There's no maybe in my mind, baby. Erik, what'd you think of the game watching on TV?
First half under hit, which was great.
Easy one there. Easy. They were both playing super, super conservative, close to the chest there first half. And defenses were playing lights out.
There was a couple chances I felt though to get some points on the board for San Antonio. And then the floodgates just opened up. And then as soon as like Garbers and McFadden are getting on a fight in the sideline, it just was downhill. And then did you see that thing like Garbers has been approached by NFL teams? So people say he made a business decision.
I did see that rumor, yes.
So I don't.
If that's true, my opinion of him is like super soured.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like he was one of my favorite players the entire season. If that's true, dead to me. Chase Garbers is dead to me.
Dead.
I will say the most exciting part of the game is when the DB for San Antonio and Chase Sternberger got in a fight. That was awesome.
I missed that.
Oh, fourth quarter, baby. That DB was jawing everybody. I'm sure they didn't show it on the game film, but he flipped off the crowd. He was cursing at people. It was a great time.
I'll be honest, dude. Like I didn't even watch the fourth. As soon as it was over, I was like, yeah, we're done.
As soon as what was over?
As soon as they got up by 22, I was like,
yeah, as soon as the third quarter basically happened.
Yeah. I was like,
what'd you think of Tom Brady's debut? Oh wait, you don't listen to the broadcast.
I saw Brady on there and I like got into it for a little bit.
How'd he do?
It was okay.
That's what I figured.
I mean, he's no Greg Olson, but
no. I had fun though. The game was I objectively it was a bad game. Bottom 5 game in the league, in my opinion. Bottom 5 game in the season. And people say like defensive battle, like it was a defensive game. It kind of was, but there's a difference between a defensive game where the defenses are balling out and a defensive game where the offenses are inept.
Yeah.
And the offenses did not look good.
They looked awful.
Like, what the hell is AJ Smith thinking for San Antonio as an OC? He has boggled my mind all year. He's had so many games where he has like called excellent game plans and had great plays in his book, in his back pocket. And then he trots out this shit.
Then he shits down his britches.
Old Wade Phillips throwing the fucking headset.
Phillips throwing the headset. Wade was pissed, dude.
He was. And I think this also just goes to prove, I think Skip Holtz and the Birmingham Stallions are the best in the league at halftime adjustments. We saw it last week against Michigan, and then they come out again and just dominate the third quarter. Crazy. Crazy at adjusting.
How can I
Jon Snow says, I think some of the issues may have been Lovett becoming injured. Possibly. They're running the ball all right, but also you still have McFarland.
Yeah. They were running the ball at all, dude.
They barely ran the ball at all. Like, I'm trying to see. Let me see how many run plays they had. What's your guess, Eric? McFarland had 9 attempts.
15?
9 attempts. They ran the ball. Right here, 16 times total.
Fuck, I was one off, dude.
I agree, Jared. No Cody Latimer, no John Trey Kirkland. A lot of injuries. They did have a lot of injuries pile up. Kirkland still had like 5 receptions. They did get banged up, but like you got to do something.
You got to get something going there. I mean,
you can't get goose egged. Eric, do we think Skip Holtz stays?
Do you think
Skip Holtz stays? Because I do. What do you think? As an impartial observer, basically.
I think he goes.
Why do you think he goes?
Because you always want to see what you're at the next level.
So next level being
if he gets like a college, like a power 5, I'd say an American job, an American conference job.
Name a job that you think Skip Holtz would leave for?
Name a job that I think Skip Holtz would.
Because I think he stays because I think the pressure isn't there for this job. He's getting legendary status and he's still being able to like teach the players a little bit. Because you're not at the level in this league where you're kind of like co-workers with the players like in the NFL. You're still kind of like helping them develop. Jeffrey Chapman saying that wish the game was played in Canton. Fair, but also like the game last year for the USFL didn't look that good either, like crowd-wise.
I would say SMU. I think he'd leave for SMU.
That's a power 4 job, though. Okay, that's not a group of 5 job. That's Eric. That's a vaunted ACC job. You can't. You said G5. You can't pull SMU now.
Well, dude, I'm just trying to go through school.
SMU.
Memphis.
I could see Memphis. I don't think Memphis would go for him, but yeah. Because the thing with Skip Holtz, like his college history is like fine.
I mean, like I'm just trying to think of like. I mean, there's no way because he would want to go where he'd have time. You know what I mean? Like he wouldn't want to go to like a Cincinnati where they would expect you to win like right away. Like go to the SMU. Yeah, you could probably do that, but
I don't think he goes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he goes.
You think he just stays and chills?
I mean, he's a legend status right now. Mm. I feel like if the league starts to get bigger and bigger, his contract and money will only go up.
Yeah.
And I feel like you still get that college coach aspect of you get to like teach the players a little bit. Yeah. You get to like guide the players. And I think this is like a great spot for him.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Skip Holtz to Notre Dame. Love it,
yeah,
Jared.
I was going to say, Jared, Skip Holtz to Notre Dame. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then Michael chimed in, Skip Holtz is going to stay because he said in an interview that he loves it and he loves the players and he wants to 4P. I also feel like Skip Holtz also, maybe it's just because of the couple interviews I've heard with him, he seems to actually like really be involved with the league itself too.
Yeah, and plus, like, I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, it's not as much time less time. You know what I mean?
It's like 4 to 5 months out of the year.
How much does Skip Holtz get paid?
Skip Holtz UFL salary.
How much does Skip Holtz make?
Let's see.
$1 million.
That ain't bad, dude. That ain't bad, Eric. Jared says he heard it was 400,000.
Leading Birmingham to a league best 8-2. The Birmingham Stallions head coach earns about $1 million each season.
Jesus,
that's not bad.
That's really not bad.
Good little chunk of coin.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, for 4 to 5 months worth of work.
Yeah,
who wouldn't? What did you think of Adrian Martinez getting Finals MVP?
Joke.
Jared says he heard it was even if it is 400,000, that's still a hell of a deal.
That's still a good chunk of coin.
Yeah, I feel like Adrian Martinez getting it. Eric, who would have you?
Who would have viewed?
Who would you have given the Finals?
I would have given it to someone on the defensive end.
I would have given it. I was talking about it the day it happened, and I still will ring it from the fucking rooftops. Tazzino deserved that shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, Eric, 9 tackles, 6 solo, and 2 forced fumbles.
And wasn't benched.
Was not benched. Well, I mean, Martinez wasn't benched for this game.
I thought Corral came in for a little bit.
No, Garbers came in. Garbers was benched for fucking Quentin Dormady.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a sour way to end the season just because the game was stinky, but it was a very fun season. I cannot wait to see what they do next year. Also, shout out Moose Johnson for an interview saying no expansion. So we already nipped that in the bud. No expansion this next year. You know what they're planning on? You know what they're going to really try and do though, Eric?
What's that?
2 things. So they're going to do like people on the ground, like get marketing and whatnot in the markets. I think they have to renegotiate their contract with Ford Field for Michigan. So they're going to have to figure out what they're doing there. And they're also pushing for next year, having teams in their home markets.
Like stay there.
Yes. So not expansion, but have the teams in the markets.
I mean, that would be good.
I think that'd be really good. I think that way you can get the players involved, like during the week, like doing community outreach and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Preseason, you can have like people in the neighborhood, the local media come to your preseason camps, your training camps and everything.
Have a local golf pro-am.
Right?
There we go. There we go, Jim. Look at us, dude, just solving the world's problems.
Hey, we're figuring it all out, Eric. We should be on the board for the UFL.
We should be.
Also, shout out Jedi Grind. Go. I will also say, Eric, for the Ford Field thing, do you want them to return to Ford Field, or would you rather them go somewhere else?
I'd rather they go to the soccer stadium it was ever fucking built.
Okay, but for this next year.
Ford Field.
Yes. I heard some people online saying Eastern Michigan or Central Michigan, and I feel like that's just not that won't work.
Central Michigan is 3 hours away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Central Michigan is literally like 3 hours away.
I feel like you will get no crowds.
Like that, well, my mom and dad would go because that's where they live, but
we'll just see Mama and Papa Rico.
Yeah.
They're the only two people in the crowds.
EMU's in Ypsilanti. Dude,
yeah.
Jesus, that's a little bit of a drive too.
I think if you do outreach and have like fun community days, Ford Field could still work.
It's a half an hour to Ypsilanti. It's right by Ann Arbor. No,
just keep Ford Field.
Yeah,
I'm with you. Keep Ford Field. Before we get on to the CFL recap and everything, Eric, this is the time of year where we get to do the NFL tracker, the UFL to NFL tracker. We begin the look today. So I'm going to go through the list, Eric, and I just want your quick takes on every UFL to NFL move so far. And these are just signs. No one, just because they're signed doesn't mean they're on the team for years.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that you have to look at is if you want to look into their actual contract, look at guaranteed money, which I don't think any of these guys have gotten yet, but they're getting on the teams. They're signed. They're going to be there for training camp. They're going to be there for preseason, that's a good move.
Mm-hmm.
So here we have Ramiz Ahmed from the Birmingham Stallions to the Washington Commanders.
I like it.
Jake Bates from the Michigan Panthers got signed by the Detroit Lions.
We'll see if he's ready for prime time.
The thing we know with Jake Bates is he has the distance.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of accuracy, but it's only outdoors that he's had accuracy issues.
Yeah.
Liam Fornadell.
13 games indoors today or something crazy like that this year.
They did play a lot. Liam Fornadell, offensive lineman from DC, is now on the Patriots. Wide receiver Dawood Davis from the Memphis Showboats to the Panthers. I like that move. Dawood Davis on a bad team was one of the shining parts of the Showboats this whole season.
Yeah, I like that.
Offensive tackle Jared Jones-Smith from the Battlehawks to the Falcons. Battlehawks did have one of the better offensive lines throughout the season. Decent move.
I would like to see him go somewhere because he's not going to crack that. They got a good old line.
Jacob Saylor's running back for St. Louis to the Giants.
Giants backfield's open. He's going to get a chance right there.
And he was pretty damn good. He was the only running back that St. Louis had. He's a good running back, dude.
Yeah, because they got Tracy, they got Singletary, they got Gray. He'll get a chance there. He'll get a chance.
Jalen Redmond, defensive tackle for the Renegades to the Vikings.
Yeah, I like it.
Dondre Tillman, defensive end for the Stallions to the Broncos. I like that move. Dondre was good.
Yeah, he'll get some run. Broncos D-line isn't that good.
Willie Harvey Jr., linebacker from the Battlehawks to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Garyon Connolly, DB for the DC Defenders to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cole Lavau, offensive guard from San Antonio Brahmas to the Jets. He was a really good guard this season.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just depth for the Jets, which they probably need.
Yeah.
Ricky Persons Jr., stellar running back for the Birmingham Stallions to the Seahawks.
I mean,
he probably won't get a ton of play there, but
they have a lot.
They have a lot of running backs.
Yeah.
And then D tackle Prince Emil from the Brahmas to the Falcons.
I like that.
Yeah, Prince was pretty dang good. Expect to see more. I wonder when we're going to get the first quarterback. And who do you think it will be? AJ doesn't count because AJ already still has his contract with the Bengals.
It'll probably be, according to the rumors, it's Garber's.
Lemon's chiming in. Speaking of which, yeah, Garbers was fucking garbage. Garbers, who are the options? We got Garbers. I don't think Perez is getting one.
Perez won't.
I mean, he balled out, but I feel like we kind of know what Perez is at this point. He could maybe be like a serviceable NFL backup, but I just don't see it. I think this is the area that he thrives in. Tamu, no shot. Jared says Martinez.
He'll get a look, yeah.
He'll get a look, but I don't know. I don't see it.
So someone in the chat mentioned Keyworth Stadium for Detroit. I sent you the pictures. I mean, it's interesting.
Where's that at?
In the Detroit area.
That could work. 8,000. I mean, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
If you get the same crowd size as you got last year, you're filling that bad boy.
I mean, look at it. It's like right in the middle of a town.
That could be interesting. I would give it would give like kind of high school football vibes.
Which, is there anything wrong with that?
No, I think that's cool. I like it.
12 minutes away from downtown Detroit.
Okay, yeah, do it. I don't care. Do it. Make it happen. You ready to go through this CFL week, Eric? We're already through week 2.
I'll be honest.
You didn't watch a lick of CFL, did you?
I did watch a little CFL.
Okay. Be honest then. What's your honest take?
My honest take. Hold on, let me pull up.
The fact that the CFL season through 2 weeks has been fucking exhilarating because every game has felt like it's come down to the wire almost.
Bombers, like, what the fuck?
By the way, I'll go through the standings real quick. Bottom of the standings. The Bombers are ranked last right now.
I mean, I didn't watch any of that game, and I'm kicking myself because I had that circled to bet the Red Blacks. But after
we talked about it last week. I'm
pissed off.
I did bet the under, hit the under, boom.
I mean, Alex had a chance at all, as always.
They did have
a
chance.
They did have a nice backdoor cover, though, to get that home. I didn't watch a lick of the Stampedes game. And, dude, I'm not going to lie. Like, I went to bed because I was like, oh, dude, there's 3:44 left. Hamilton's up big. There's no way Saskatchewan's going to come back and win.
Didn't you say that last week, too? Didn't you say that in week 1?
They went ahead and scored 13 points in 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, dude. Saskatchewan, number 1 in the league in comebacks, baby. It's going to come to bite them.
The biggest bluff 2-0 in the CFL.
Well, guess what? They have a repeat next week because now Hamilton will come to Saskatchewan.
I'm going to run it back. I'm going to bet Hamilton again.
Well, we'll see about that. Like Eric said, Winnipeg falls 19-23 to Ottawa. Montreal wins 23-20 against Edmonton. Calgary falls 17-26 against BC. And then Saskatchewan, with the miraculous comeback 2 weeks in a row, wins 33-30 against Hamilton. My main takeaways: Montreal's defense is so fucking good, dude. Montreal's defense is so good. And also, shout out BC. BC's doing some cool things. They had like 57,000 people there.
Jesus.
Well, they also, you know who was performing at halftime, Eric? 50 Cent. They did a super cool thing. If I'm looking at this right, I think it's like $147 or for the rest of the season if you want season tickets.
Really?
I believe so.
147
for like all the rest of their home games.
That's not bad.
Don't quote me on that. I think I just saw it on Twitter, but dude, the way that the CFL has been like marketing itself and pushing itself and doing interesting things this season has made me so happy.
Yeah.
I've wanted this from them for so long. Now, the only thing they need to do for me and Eric here, just hear us out, organize your stats just a little bit better.
Oh my God, dude.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Please organize your stats.
Just a little bit. But now the standings as they are in the West Division, the Saskatchewan, I guess, are we calling them frauds, Eric, or are we just saying lucky?
I'm calling them frauds.
Okay, Eric's calling them frauds. I'm calling them the best team in the league because that's my team. Sit atop the West Division at 2-0, BC at 1-1, Calgary 1-1, Edmonton and Winnipeg both 0-2. In the East Division, Montreal, the only 2-0 team in the East. Toronto is 1-0, Ottawa 1-0, Hamilton 0-2.
Mm-hmm. It's early. It's a long ass season, dude.
I agree with Jeffrey on that. It is a very long season, Eric. We got like 20 more weeks to go, baby.
I mean, it is a long ass
19 more weeks to go.
19 more weeks of this bitch, dude.
19 more weeks, and then it's the playoffs.
And then it's playoff time, baby.
So let's get into it, Eric. Tomorrow, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. I will be streaming.
You will be streaming?
I will be streaming for Thursday and Friday this week.
Okay.
The Ottawa Red Blacks take on the Montreal Alouettes. The Alouettes are 6.5-point home favorites. Over under set at 47, plus 240 on the money line for the Red Blacks. Eric, do you run it back with the Red Blacks this week?
No, I just play the under here.
Yeah, I play the under. These are the two best defenses in the league.
Yeah,
they're stellar. Ottawa loves to run the ball too, and they're very not good at passing. Montreal's just pretty decent. I'd say Montreal is good, just all around good on offense. But both defenses are so stellar here.
Yeah.
So give me that under 47 here. BC versus Winnipeg on Friday, June 21st. The Bombers are a 2-point home favorite, over under 51.5, plus 114 on the money line. Give me that over. Give me that over with BC. Give me that over. They're begging you to take the Lions here, dude.
They are.
They're begging you to take the Lions.
I don't want anything to do with this game, Jimbo.
I'm just going to take the over. I'm only going to take the over, but they are begging you to take the Lions.
Sometimes the best bet is no bet, Jim.
If I win anything, I would go Winnipeg -2 because BC, I watched their game one. I'm still sour in my mind, but I'm just going to bet the over here because BC's defense is not good. This is the best chance that the Bombers have for a get right spot, offensively at least.
I'm not going to think it. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit it out, man.
Give me the over. Give me the over. Up next, Eric, Saturday, June 22nd, Edmonton versus Toronto. Toronto is a 5.5-point home favorite. Over under of 50, plus 250 on the money line. With a spread like that, I have to take Edmonton in the points. Give me Edmonton plus 5.5. They cover these spreads, dude.
Toronto's coming off a bye, coming off the upset win. I think the juices are a little too high. I'll take Edmonton plus the points.
This has been 2 years now of doing this. Take Edmonton with the points. Stay away from the money line. Just don't worry about the money line with Edmonton. How many times did you get burned last year, Eric, on Edmonton money line?
A lot.
Just take them points, folks. And then Sunday, June 23rd, Hamilton Tiger Cats, Saskatchewan Roughriders. They're running it back in Saskatchewan. The Roughriders are 2.5-point home favorites, over under a 50.5, plus 130 on the money line. I feel like you just kind of roll Hamilton here, but I'm staying away. I'm staying away from this one.
I'm taking Hammy here. Give me Hammy.
Can't touch it.
I'm taking Hammy, dude.
I respect it, Eric. I respect the angle. Also, I'm looking on DraftKings. They have CFL 2 weeks out. They have lines.
Oh, look at them, dude.
What's up with that?
Maybe they're trying to appeal to our friends to the north.
They probably are. Also, I got to do Thursday. So if you're listening to this Thursday, we're going to do first score. I'm going to give out the first score right now for Thursday's Ottawa versus Montreal. You ready for this, Eric?
I'm ready, big dog.
Charleston Rambo, 12-1.
All right, let's
Rambo.
get it, dude. Let's
Charleston
get it.
Rambo, 12-1. Okay, Eric, are you ready to make a Canadian Football League
Jesus,
DraftKings
Jim.
lineup? By the way,
Jim.
our last UFL one, we kind of got creamed in the playoffs. Not good. Not good.
Jim, I'm not gonna lie. I had this whole database I was gonna make, but this heat kicked my ass out here. So
We did actually. It was all right. The fact that we had, I'm pretty sure we put McFarland in the captain seat last week, though. It didn't work out. Playing both defenses was the smart move.
Yep.
But it just like we had Garbers in there. It was just not. Yeah, we wrong angle.
Oh wow.
Now we move on to the CFL.
So.
Oh, let me get the screen set up. I got it all set up right here, Eric. So how do you want to start this bad boy?
I want to take Adams.
You feel like we got to take Adams here?
Yeah, I want to take Adams.
The only other person I would have taken, yeah, Adams is probably like the move.
Then I want to take the Red Blacks defense.
Ooh, moving over to defense. Okay, we're going to take the Red Blacks defense all the way down at the cheapest option. Love that. I love that pick.
Who's Calgary play?
I think they're off this week. Yeah, Calgary does not play this week. No Stampeders for you, Eric.
Who's the backup in Winnipeg?
Winnipeg, probably Augustine.
Augustine? Let's go Augustine.
Okay, 4,600. Nice little cheap spot there.
Okay, now I'm just saying this. Their starting running back didn't practice on Wednesday because of a knee injury.
You're talking Oliveira, right?
Yeah, that's telling me he's not playing.
He's probably not going to play.
Yeah, so that's why we're going to pay down here and take Augustine. I
like Tim White. I like Tim White sitting there, but
Timmy White.
Yeah, but I feel we do have to take a BC to stack.
I mean, we don't really need to take a BC to stack, dude. We got.
You don't like stacking a receiver with your quarterback?
No, we got. The issue is we got to get someone on Winnipeg's side of the ball.
We have Augustine.
Oh shit, we have Augustine. Yeah, sorry, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have the running back.
Duh. Toronto plays who?
Toronto plays Edmonton.
Give me an Edmonton wide receiver, Jim.
Edmonton wide receiver. I like Gittins for the cheapo spot, but it's been kind of hit or miss. Eugene Lewis has been like this go-to guy, though, it looks like.
Let's go Eugene.
Let's go Eugene.
Give me a Hamilton wide receiver.
Hamilton wide receiver. I'm a Tim White slut, so I would go Tim White. I love Stephen Dunbar Jr., but since like his breakout season a couple years ago, hasn't been the same.
Yeah.
Hasn't been the same. You got two more flexes, Eric.
Give me a Saskatchewan wide receiver.
Ooh, that's a toughie because they got some bad injuries. I want him to step it up. I want him to step it up. Like I love Kean Schaefer Baker. He did.
All right, so Bane was limited, so I think Bane's going to play.
You think Bane's going to play? Then I go Bane.
You want to go Bane?
I would go Bane if Bane's going to play.
No.
Do you want to get a BC player in there?
To stack?
We can get McGinnis.
Yeah, let's go.
Who else? Or would you go for like a Montreal or Ottawa player now?
We think Montreal and Ottawa is going to be a low-scoring game, so it's just not even a clue. And we picked our defensive side. I like what we did here.
So then you want to go? You okay going McGinnis?
Yeah.
That gets us like play for every team.
Yeah, we got coverage everywhere except for Montreal.
Yep. Vern Adams. Yeah. Yeah. And the only one I would have liked for Montreal is nobody really. Like Philpott's fine. But he's not bad. But I like our lineup. Vernon Adams, Augustine, Eugene Lewis, Tim White, old Sean Bain Jr., McInnes, and the Red Blacks defense.
I like it.
It's saved. It's saved, Eric.
You may have to send me a picture tomorrow morning.
I will send you a picture. Do not worry. Make sure you put these in. Make sure you're listening either live or Thursday morning because this lineup will go into effect that night and the stream. Be there for the stream. Eric, any parting thoughts either on the CFL season that is or the UFL season that was?
Bring your lunch pail. It's going to be a long fucking season for the CFL, dude.
Damn right, brother. Damn right it is.
Lunch pail.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. We love you. We appreciate you.
Holy shit. Look at that fucking tan line, dude.
It's a crazy tan line. Oh, also, holy shit. You know what? I completely just fucking forgot. This whole show has been brought to you guys by Royal Retros, by the way. I'm the producer, Jim. Shout out Royal Retros because they fucking rule. The best shop on the planet for the best merch on the planet. They got it all. They got some CFL merch. I wonder. I'll have to take a look and see if they have any of those the ex-American CFL teams. If you can get like a Baltimore Colts, I believe is what they were.
Really, I didn't even know that, dude. I feel like
who were the? Let me see who the CFL.
I feel like I always learn so much from you, buddy.
I'm trying to see who the CFL American teams were. So we had, let's see, Toronto, Edmonton. Yeah, Baltimore Stallions. Sorry, it was the Baltimore Stallions. I'm trying to see who all they had. Yeah, Baltimore Stallions, the Las Vegas Posse, the Sacramento Gold Miners, the Shreveport Pirates. Good stuff. Good stuff. And the Birmingham Barracudas, the Memphis Mad Dogs, San Antonio Texans. Good stuff. Go to Rail Retros, get that merch, and when you do, use promo code Spring Fever for 10% off at checkout. It's awesome. Love you guys. We'll see you next time for another hot and heavy episode of Spring Fever.